All right, this is Ms. Nyquist here. I'm going to be walking through the day 2 dissection of the internal anatomy of the heart and lungs. If you were here for day 1, you already saw these organs. They came from a sheep from Delphox butchers, and it will be fresh organs because they're not preserved. So the first thing we're going to look at is this lung. So here we have lung tissue. Each lung, the right lung has 3 lobes, the left lung has 2 lobes, and I've cut them off for each group to have their own. So the pink is healthy tissue. Obviously that's a lot of blood. The black is dried blood. I tried to clean out the blood clots, but I didn't get them all. And as the tissue breaks down, it's gonna get even darker. So what you're gonna do, if you were here, what you would do is you will take your scissors, pointy side down, and then you're gonna thread it into the bronchus. So this right here, this tube, although there's a little bit of foam, is the bronchus. If you look down it, you can see more tubes. Those are the bronchioles. So what we're gonna do first is measure. And we use centimeters. So if I start at the 0, it comes out here, I don't know if you can see in the video, at 15 millimeters or 1.5 centimeters. Then we're gonna cut pointy side down, and we're gonna go down the pathway. We're gonna just see where this cartilage takes us. So this is tougher than the surrounding lung. Even the bronchi and bronchioles have a little bit of cartilage. It's not the rings like we saw in the trachea, but it's pretty tough. So as I open this up, I'm going down the bronchioles. You're gonna start to see more holes. So if you have a probe, you can count how many you see. Here is 1. I could go down this pathway. Or 2, I could go down this pathway. And as we cut, oh, there's a 3rd, right down that pathway. You could keep going as this gets smaller and smaller, which I will do. And eventually, you're going to end up at the bottom of what we call the lung, and now it's really, really soft. There's no more cartilage. So the cartilage ends about right here, and there are a few more bronchioles, but they're teeny tiny. Oh, got some blood too. And now it's just the squishy feeling of the lung, which are the alveoli. These are the air sacs. Lungs have about 300 million of them. And so here, a few of them must have burst together. They made like a blood, or a bubble. But overall, it kind of squishes if you feel that you can squeeze some of the air out. But these are all alveoli. If we looked under the microscope, we would be able to see the tube, or the holes. But without a microscope, it just feels squishy. That's the lung. Now, we're going to look at the exterior of a heart, just to look at the connections. So, this is a sheep heart. It's a pretty big one. The way we orient ourselves is the bottom, the apex, is the left side. So this is, again, if this is my right, left, I switch them. So this is left, and I know this because it's really hard. It's very firm. Over here, it's much softer. You can see it's like caving in on itself. It's very weak muscle on this side. Now, when we look at what's inside, we go in through the tubes. So here on top, you can see these 2 really nice big blood vessels stay open by themselves. They are thick walled. They are pink in color. These are your arteries. Now, you might not even have noticed that these were tubes. These are also blood vessels, but they're flimsy. They're very thin. They look a little bit browner, and they collapse on themselves if nothing's holding them open. So what we do with the blunt side, so that we don't actually poke through anything, is we can start threading these through. So this tells us where the things are connected. If I put one of these down each, oh, there it is. And, oops, that one fell out. It's slippery. This one and this one. So now you can realize, oh yeah, there's 2 arteries and 2 veins. And again, the veins tend to be floppier. But these are how we get into the heart. So if I take this vein and I start coming down here and poking, I can see it poking out the bottom of the heart. That's the left side, because we're on the back of the heart now. If I poke here, you can see that a little easier because this is the thinner side. There's the right side because this would be the vena cava. So if you figure out which is which, the vena cava comes in through the right side. And if you hear a clank, oh, there. This is the one. If I hit these together, you can tell this must be the blood vessel leaving the right side to go to the lungs. That would be the pulmonary artery. Then when it comes back, it comes in through the pulmonary vein. It kind of came in from the side too, and it comes down to the left side of the heart. And you can hear it clanking here now, maybe, there. And that comes out the aorta to go to the body. So the last thing we want to do is cut open the heart. I have pre-cut these. All right, here is a pre-cut heart. So I did the same thing where I found the arteries and then I found the veins and I cut open the veins. So I put my scissors in and I cut the heart open. So this is the right side of the heart. I'm gonna leave it open here for you. At this point, you can see these little muscles. These just help it from, they keep it from over expanding, right? You don't want your heart to actually burst. You see these strings attached to valves. So the valves is the separation of the chambers. This should be the tricuspid valve. So let's see if we can find three. We got one here. We've got another sort of segment here. You can see it's kind of triangular. And we got a third one right here, kind of tucked up on the left. So these are your tricuspid valves. Anything above that is going to be the right atrium. Anything below it is the right ventricle. When you look at the walls, this starts out pretty thin on top, and it ends in a pretty nice muscular, meaty muscle. Again, the heart is muscle. People eat it. Let's measure how big this muscle would be if we cook this up like a steak. This is 10 millimeters, or 1 centimeter wide. Now this bottom chamber pumps blood out to the lungs. When it comes back onto the other side of the heart, you can see this is much thicker. So when the blood comes in here, you have another section of valves. These valves, this one is usually a little easier to see. Right here you can see that nice valve because it's the bicuspid. So it has to cover half of the opening. And this one here that I kind of cut but didn't fully detach is the other half of the bicuspid. So again, the blood can come down smoothly, but when it tries to go up, it gets stuck. And then when we're down into the left ventricle, because this is what has to pump the blood all around the body with enough force to also get back to the heart, it is significantly thicker. If you can see there, it is 30 millimeters wide, 3 centimeters more or less. And that is the left ventricle. And that is the exploration of the heart. The end. Can you hit
the button?